Boy, isn't that beautiful?
I tell you what, it is absolutely gorgeous. We're so blessed to have this beautiful courthouse, and look at that beautiful wreath.
Yeah, that is so pretty. Who made that?
Desi Gage made that. In fact, she decorated the whole thing, and she actually gave the county that beautiful wreath, and it was all done for the hometown Christmas event, which happened Sunday, December 1st.
Yeah, we're going to be telling some folks about what happened on that. I tell you, Desi, we really appreciate what you did, and thank you very much. We're going to go inside the courthouse and look around. There's some other decorations, and we've got some folks here. They're going to tell us some things that are going on in December. So you stay with us, and we'll see you just in a few moments.
Come on inside.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Merry Christmas.
Well, hello, Santa.
Hi.
Where's your beard?
Well, I had to shave this morning. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. I guess those kid suckers get stuck in your beard
Well,
easy,
and it's
right?
this warm weather that blew
Yeah.
in. You know, I can't do that. And folks, Janie wouldn't let me wear my tie last time, so I got to wear it this time. I just wanted you to see that.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you very
I
much.
couldn't wear my tie today, but
Yeah,
but I
well.
thank you for bringing me a Christmas tie, but I didn't have a collar to wear it under.
Yeah,
So
and you didn't mention my hat, but okay.
I do. That's why I called you Santa.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we had a great Santa on Sunday at the hometown Christmas event.
Oh yeah, Santa and Mrs. Claus, they were great.
Yes, and I thought he was real, and I think he was, kids. So
I really believe
be
it was the
good.
real guy. I really do.
hey, you know what? We've got a special guest with us.
Tell you what, why don't you talk with her? In
Okay.
fact, I'll let her have my microphone, and you just talk with her, and I'll sit over here and be real quiet
Okay.
and think about Christmas.
Oh, that's a good thing to think about. Okay, well, I want to welcome Miss Cheryl Taylor. Cheryl is with us today, and she's here representing the Tennessee Farm Bureau Women. Well, the Smith County Farm Bureau Women is a part of the Tennessee Farm Bureau Women. Cheryl, we're really happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
I understand that you all are doing a little trying to increase your enrollment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so if for those who don't know about the Farm Bureau Women, what exactly is your purpose? What is Farm Bureau Women?
Well, Farm Bureau Women is a group of women here in Smith County that basically we get together about every 3 or 4 months, have a meeting, and we volunteer our time and our energy to different things around the county. We like to help out with the Farm Bureau Farm Day that comes every other year. The 2nd and 3rd graders across the county attend. We also like to volunteer our time to a food drive. In February, we usually do a food drive, and those canned goods can be donated to various charities here locally or to the Ronald McDonald House in Nashville. So we just like to do community things and give back to the community. And it's a good opportunity if there's anybody out there that is interested to give back.
That's great. Now, who can join?
Well, any woman who is a member of Farm Bureau can join. You do not have to have insurance through Farm Bureau. You can become a Farm Bureau member by paying a $25 membership fee, and you will receive all the Farm Bureau benefits, and that is all you have to do to become a Farm Bureau member. If you will just call, you can call the Farm Bureau office at 735-9446 and ask for Miranda Owen. She's there every day. She can take your information, get your email address, your phone number, your name, get your information. She can get that to me, or she's also a member of our Farm Bureau Women. She will let us know. We'll add you to our list. And like I said, you don't have to carry Farm Bureau insurance to be a member of Farm Bureau. There's just a $25 membership fee.
I did not know that. That's very interesting.
Yes.
Does someone have to be like a farmer or a farm wife?
You don't. You don't have to be a farmer or a farmer's wife. You don't even have to have a farm. You can be. It's kind of like Charlie says on the commercials. You know, you just come on in and let us know. Actually, most of the women there, I don't know if they have. You know, some of us do have farmer husbands, but I don't know if any of them, other than Miranda's husband, farm full time. So any lady that is that wants to can come. You don't even have to be a farmer.
And you're a school teacher, right?
I am. I teach
Okay.
first grade at Forks River.
So there you go, folks. You do not have to be a farm wife, and you don't even have to have a farm, which I'm a member of Farm Bureau, and I don't have a farm. So, tell us why anyone would want to join FBW? What would be the purpose of them joining?
If you want to give back to your community, like I said earlier, it's a good opportunity to come. It's a good social thing. You can come, you can meet with other ladies a couple of times a year, and while you're doing that, you actually get to enjoy company while planning activities. We did a huge food drive in February for Ronald McDonald House, and Miss Karen Hackett took that stuff down to represent the Jordan Hackett Foundation. Okay. And also we, like I said, this year coming up, and I think it's in the fall, or in the spring, in the spring, March or April, I think right before TCAPS or sometime in that time, they were talking about last month, doing Farm Day. It's coming up for second and third graders across the county. Yes, I have actually never been to Smith County's Farm Day because I've just been teaching here in Smith County for 2 years. I was previously in Murfreesboro, but I did go to the Farm Day down there. And for those children, it was amazing because in Murfreesboro, they're from a lot different culture than they are here. And it exposed them to some things they had never seen. And I have heard my mom has taught and is a retired teacher, and she was telling me that you would be surprised the number of children here in Smith County that have actually never had the experience of farm animals or being on a farm, and they love it.
I do remember a farm, what we used to call Farm City Day years ago, and I mean years ago, like back in the late 80s, and I remember one of our volunteers had a long stick. It came from a peach tree, and her purpose was to tell these children that when they eat peaches, it comes off a tree limb like this. And she said, "Can anyone tell me what this is?" And one of the little kids says, "That's a switch." So we knew what he had seen before and what he had felt with a switch, didn't we? But anyway, so once again, let's recap. If someone wants to join the Farm Bureau Women's Group, they do not have to have insurance with Farm Bureau.
You do not.
They just need to be a member. And it's how much?
$25 a year. That's an annual fee.
Okay, and tell them again how they can who they need to contact.
Okay, you can contact Miranda Owen at the Farm Bureau office, and that number is 735-9446.
All right. Thank you, Cheryl, so much for sharing with us
Thank
about
you for
the Farm
having
Bureau
me.
Women. I hope we get lots of our viewers and listeners to join and
We would love
build your group
to
up
have,
again.
Yes, we would love to have more members. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
We've got Mr. Ricky Slack with the county EMS with us. And Ricky, I know you got some exciting news and wanted to talk about a few things, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn it over to you. First off, what's the news?
Well, basically what some news is, Mr. Woodard, is, of course, the 911, we received grants from the state of Tennessee. And one thing that the chamber building, headed up was the new weather camera that we'll be getting for Smith County to be showing real-time weather of downtown. This weather camera will be at the 911 center on Ward Avenue on the top of our antenna and will be pointed downtown. and folks will be able to log on to the website and be able to see this and see what the weather is coming in. We're very excited about this because it is going to enable our dispatchers to see weather coming in from the north, south, east, or west, whichever way it's coming in for the day. It's going to give us a heads up. We all have, at our dispatch center, we have 24/7 hour folks there to answer the 911 lines, but they have a lot of responsibilities there, and one thing is the weather. And we run a radar in the weather in the 911 center there that is up and going. But this new camera, and with the help of the chamber building and the 911 board, is going to be nice for Smith County to be able to see on the weather bug what's going on in Carthage and Smith County. So that's one thing we've done. And then another thing that we've done, Smith County 911 has a reverse 911 system. And what the reverse 911 system is, it's a system that will call in case of inclement weather coming in. And we are able to do that from our 911 center via computer. The system automatically calls you if you are in the path of a tornado warning. But with changing times, folks are not having landlines in their home anymore. And one of the reasons I wanted us to come and talk today was to promote the cell phone portion of this. Now, if you have a cell phone and you don't use a landline any longer, or used to have both of them, you can go online and sign up for this new weather alerts that will come to you. It's very simple to do. It's basically drop-down boxes that you go in and do. You put your street and your house address in there, and it will put you right in there.
Well, now, let me understand. So you need to actually log on to a website and sign up for this so that you can put your information in. It doesn't just automatically call you.
No, for your cell phone, this is for the cell phone only. Your home phones, we have that information at the 911 center, and we've put it in a database with these folks that we've partnered with called HyperReach. But the cell phone thing is a new horizon that we've done with them to be able to warn folks that do not have home landlines anymore, because a lot of people are going to just the cell phones.
Right. Right.
And we've established a website, and I know I've talked with you. We're going to get it on the chamber as a link to y'all's website, and we're looking at 911 to putting a Facebook page together. A lot of 911 centers have a Facebook page, and that is very good, and also putting this on there and putting up-to-date things on there. But the website for the new HyperReach phone system, it's a long one. It's http://www.hyper.reach.html. And for anybody that's a long thing to put down right now. For anybody that needs that number, that website, if you'll call 735-0800 and you can punch in my extension there, we'll be glad to give it to you, but we hope to get this out to the public. We feel it is very important that our public gets their weather warnings. We do know we've been very lucky in Smith County. Most time we have major warnings and major weather. Unfortunately, it's flooding here. Mm-hmm. And we do use this. Several years ago when the Macon County tornado came in, this is one of the reasons that we have this here. The Upper Cumberland 911 directors, which is the 14 Upper Cumberland counties, went together and decided to do this, and then our local 911 boards supported this by funding this. This is funded through state grants from the state of Tennessee, which comes from where you pay your phone bills and stuff to pay for this equipment and things. So, but we're very pleased to have this now because we think it's going to save lives and get, we can call the residents of Smith County, all the residents of Smith County. I can dial all the landlines within 20 minutes.
Okay, and is this in effect as we speak?
It is in effect as we speak. You can go to the sign up. We've run it in the Carthage Courier. We've had a little bit of activity of folks signing up, but like I said, we wanted to come here today and promote it some more to try to get some more people to sign up via the cell phones.
Okay. Well, I think that's wonderful news, and I know when the tornadoes are coming through and things like that, it's very scary. A few years back, we had some really bad ones. I know the Brush Creek area was hit very hard, and where I live in Lancaster. Lancaster, and I've lived over there all my life, and we've been lucky. We've dodged the tornadoes several times, but they have been devastating here in the county.
Well, we're very lucky here in Smith County because of our volunteer firemen, our volunteer rescue squad, our police departments, our EMS, all those folks in that time of need. They come out They put their lives to the side and they come out and help folks. They always have. And we're very lucky here in Smith County to have all those agencies that come out and do what they do for us there. But this is just another tool to aid in saving lives in Smith County. So.
Well, and on behalf of the people in the county, I'd like to say this, folks, if you're out there and you haven't had these guys come to your aid, you may not understand, but they actually saved my life one time, and I really appreciate the group that you have and the people that are working for you and all these volunteers and the firemen. These guys do a great job, and a lot of them are volunteers. And we have, that's one thing a lot of people don't realize on our ambulances. Tell them about the staffing on the ambulances just real briefly.
Well, basically on the Smith County EMS stations, we have 3 stations in Smith County. Each ambulance has 2 people, which is an EMT and a paramedic. The paramedic is trained in advanced life support. They can do what's called defibrillation, manual defibrillation. They can do what's called advanced airway and give cardiac drugs and things like that. An EMT can do a non-invasive airway and give very minor drugs and can do automated defibrillation. The machine has to tell the EMT to defibrillate where a paramedic doesn't. Basically, an EMT has 6 months of training, a paramedic has 13 months, and then we do continuing education through the year. We try to do some type of training every month. We're very lucky to have the ambulance service that we have here. Our county commission, our county mayor have always supported our ambulance service, and that's one thing that's helped us to strive and grow that we have over the last 12 years, and we have grown very much over the last 12 years. We used to have 1 station here in town. We now have 3 stations, which has cut our response time down to just about 6 minutes to anywhere in the county, and that has been a great thing for Smith County. And we have seen it save lives. We have people that have been in cardiac arrest in the last 2 to 3 years that we have gotten to, and these folks are still up walking around and alive, and that's a good thing. I know in the last year we had 6 cardiac arrests, and 5 of those folks are still up walking around talking today, and that's good. And that is the staff, the paramedics and EMT at Smith County EMS, and the first responders that volunteer their time to go and help, because they get out there, they get in the mud and the dirt, and they work very hard and to do their job, and they do it at best at 100% of their ability, and they do it very well. I'm proud to have them as staff of Smith County EMS.
Well, we really appreciate the job that they do. And Ricky, thank you for coming by.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm glad we can take these grants and do good for Smith County and make our place a better place to live and a safer place to live.
And that's the goal. One thing I'd like to add, I talked with Mike Alberghini with WeatherBug, and he told me that WKRN was really excited about us getting the camera because they're going to use some of the footage showing the courthouse and the bridge.
That's
so
great.
I'm looking forward to seeing that on the Nashville News. Well, I found Janie.
Here I am. You know what I love about Christmas about as much as anything?
What's that?
The lights. I love to see the houses all decorated, and we have something coming up that we're going to talk about right now regarding the Festival of Lights. Is that right?
That's right. Miss Donna Jones is here, and I'm just going to turn over here. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
And Janie, go look for my Christmas present. I know you've bound to got me a good one.
Oh, my goodness. Where could it be?
Think about that. Hey, Donna, thank you for being here.
You're welcome, Bill.
Yeah, you're going to tell us about the Christmas Community Festival of Lights, right?
Yes, we're always very proud to be a part of that, Bill. Like Janie said, Christmas lights are a huge tradition, and one of the things, you know, I think we all get really super busy, and we're shopping, and we're still working, and we're trying to bake, and sometimes, you know, people neglect to do the things that are really important, and when it comes to traditions, we don't want to fall short in that area. And so what I would like to encourage is everybody who's putting lights up to go ahead and enter their address in this. You don't have to feel like you're competing. We just want to know where you're at, because what we want to do, and Bill had the great idea of opening this up countywide this year so everybody can be on there. We just want to create a path, you know, to delight families and to create traditions and to sustain traditions where people can go around and really enjoy what people have done because it's really a nice thing.
I know there's some great looking home setups out there. I know I've seen some already as early as it is, so I'm looking forward to that. And we've already had some folks come by and get a form. Now, the forms are at the Chamber of Commerce. I don't know, were you planning on maybe having a few of them at the Timberloft as well?
We sure can, because we really want to make it easy for you to sign up for this event.
Okay, so you can pick a form up at the Chamber of Commerce here in Carthage or at the Timberloft Restaurant in Gordonsville. And I didn't know if you wanted to go over some of the rules.
Sure.
They've changed just a little bit, and the categories, I'm not sure if you wanted to tell them about those.
Yeah, sure. What we do is, because there's such a diverse way of decorating homes, you've got people that are decorating for small children, people that are putting up, Christian religious displays, and some things just as simple as a string of large old-fashioned lights on a picket fence. So we've got 4 categories. The one category is called creative lights, and this is just your use of using lights in your display, the balance, the color, the creativity, and how it presents itself. And there's some people that do absolutely amazing things with their lights. The other category, Keeping Christ in Christmas, is self-explanatory. We've got people that do beautiful, ornaments and just setups and mangers and things like that in their yard. It's really nice. Animated Christmas are for those folks that tend to want to put the store-bought things, but they put a lot of time and money, and they put a lot of creativity as well. So we have a category just for them. And then the old-fashioned Christmas, because it can be, your decorations can be very, very simple and still be very, very effective and beautiful. And some people, just depends on what you remember from your childhood. Some people get just as much pleasure out of those. And again, I just want to encourage you to enter, even if you don't feel like your home is worthy for competition. We want to know where you're at. We want to enjoy it. We want to promote that. However, we are giving awards, and the winners of those 4 categories will receive a spiral cut ham from the Timberloft, and we do a cherry bourbon glaze for that. It's really delicious. And you'll also get a sign in your yard just stating that you won that award that year.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the contestants that's going to enter, they mentioned that. They said, we were a winner last year and we got the ham. Are we going to get one? And I said, I don't know. I haven't talked to Donna yet. So I'm glad you mentioned that. So folks, there's another reason to enter, because those are great. This person, they really enjoyed that ham.
Oh, good. Yeah,
So that's
tasty.
great. Well, thank you for coming by. If you've got any questions, call Donna's place at the Timberloft. What's the number there?
It's 683-5070.
And you can call the Smith County Chamber of Commerce, 735-2093, and we'll try to answer your questions. Or if you just want to come by and pick a form up at either place, you can do that. And what is our cutoff date?
December 16th.
December 16th. And so
Yes.
the judging will be after that, and
Yes.
then the winners will be announced on the 20th, I believe.
Yes, the requirements are that from the 17th through the 20th that you leave your lights on from 5 until 9 p.m. so the judges have plenty of time to get around to all the houses, as well as anyone else who's interested in looking.
Okay. In every organization, you have a driving force, and our tourism committee chairman is Miss Judy Smith, and she does a wonderful job, fantastic job. Oh, and that's the historic courthouse getting back ready to heat up again. Anyway, Judy is here with us, and she's going to tell us about the Hometown Christmas and the parade and some of the things that went on. And Judy, first off, I want to personally thank you for heading this stuff up and doing what you do. And I know that's probably embarrassing to you, so I'll move right on. I want you to tell us about what went on. I know. And the reason I want you to hear about what went on is because next year we're going to try to do same things and some of the same things and maybe improve on them a little bit. So what's the first thing that comes to mind?
The first thing that comes to mind is that we changed the Christmas parade this year. Normally that had been occurring on Monday night, and we decided to add it in on Sunday. Since we had such a large group of people in town, we thought, well, we might as well do the parade with it. So we done the parade this year, had a huge turnout for the parade. But our events actually started at 1 o'clock with our open houses. And the open house has been a tradition for how many years in Smith County?
Many years.
Many years. The flower shop started this years ago. They do the open house. They take that opportunity to thank all of their customers they've had all year. They do refreshments. They do door prizes. And so that started at 1 o'clock, and that went on from 1 to 4. And during that time, we also had the gingerbread contest that was here in the courthouse that you could come in and look. We had the carriage rides. That was something that was new last year that we done, and we had.
That was sponsored by County Mayor Michael Nesbitt, and I know at 1 o'clock I was here right on the dot. He was sitting out there, and people were getting on the carriage, so that went quite well.
It did. You go to Nashville, you had to pay for that. In Smith County, everything we do is free. So we were very fortunate to have the mayor provide that service for us, and the kids love it.
Yeah.
We done that last year and had a big turnout, and had the same this year.
Well, and I know the open house was successful because we had a booster drawing, and I pulled over 370 tickets out of that. So that means 370 people visited some of these merchants and bought something.
Right. Last year we done the tickets where they would just hand them out and you'd put in for the drawing. But this year we done a little bit different. We done what we call the old-timey booster tickets, which they used to do years ago. You and I remember that. But for every $5 worth of purchase, you would get a ticket and you would bring it back to the courthouse and put it in, and they'd do the drawing and draw out your name. So we done that this year, and I think that helped the sales for some of the businesses in town. We were glad that worked out real well.
Well, we're glad to have them participate. Now, that was from 1 to 4, and then at 5 o'clock the parade started. And Miss Sue Teat was her and Denise Givens, the folks at the Lions Club, and I really want to thank them for being willing to work with us on this. They're a great organization, and they really helped us in this endeavor. And they told me that they had 15 floats in her this time, and that was a larger number than they had had the previous years. So they feel like that the parade was more successful as well.
Right.
And I know the crowd was pretty large going up and down the street.
It was.
Now the parade was at 5, and it came around through, and then at 6 o'clock we started our festivities here on the courthouse.
Right. We done. Of course, we had Santa. He rode in the parade. I guess he was on the fire truck at the end of the parade.
He was at the very end of the parade. They escorted him through the street here.
But he showed up, and he come inside the courthouse, and he was here for all the children to come in. We had a long line that lasted for quite a while. Then we done the lighting of the tree.
Right.
And Mayor Hodge, the mayor of the city, done that for us, and
the young ladies, Miss Smith County, you helped me there. I don't remember, but Megan McDonald brought them, and they came and worked some of the things that we're doing, the giveaways and things like that, and I really appreciate them coming.
Yes, they were a lot of help to us. Then we had some music. Miss Terry-Lynn Waver always comes and does her Christmas carols, and we always enjoy that. And that, I think, kind of ended our night about 6:30. Yeah,
about 6:30 we were finished, and then of course everybody kind of wrapped up, and we were out of here by about 7:15 or something like that. But it was a good day.
It was.
Well, now next year we're having discussions. If you have an opinion, and I know this is a bad thing to put out.
Bill.
If you have an opinion, let me know. If you know how we can improve this or anything that we can do better, because we would really like to hear about that, because we want to do things really well in the town here.
One thing we've overlooked.
What's that?
The Santa Run.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We didn't have the turnout like we were hoping, so everybody remember next year to come out and run in the Santa Run.
And Mr. Terry Harville came in first. Terry, if you're out there, I was shocked and amazed, because Terry is somebody that I used to work with, and now I realize I've got to step it up because he's in way better shape than I am.
Are you going to run next year?
No.
Okay. To be able to run, you don't even have to pay a fee to enter. All you have to do is bring a toy for the angel tree. That was your entry fee, and we requested everybody dress with some kind of Christmas character. I think we had some reindeer and Santa hats and that. So next year, put that on your calendar. We're going to try to beef that up a little bit and get some more people to participate and make that grow too. Well, and the Santa Run, the guys that participated in it, Mr. Chris Farrell headed that up. Yes. And thank you, Chris, for doing that. The folks that participated in it, they said it was a lot of fun to get to run up through the parade route. Right, and Riverview Regional Hospital actually sponsored that for us. So they provide the T-shirts, so thank them for that too. Yeah, that was a wonderful event, and we're glad that they did that. Well, Judy, thank you very much, and appreciate the job you do. That's a different tie you got on. I didn't think anybody would notice. I think that's Janie's tie. You know, you get these, my sister-in-laws give me these for Christmas, and I never get to wear them. You have lots of them. I've got lots of Christmas ties. Okay, thank you. All right, thanks. Thanks, Judy.
We're pleased to have our County Mayor, Michael Nesbitt, here, and he has something that he'd like to say to the folks of Smith County, and I'm looking forward to hearing it. It's just basically a greeting for Christmas and kind of let you know how things are going in the county. So I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Nesbitt.
Just give a little bit of information about Smith County. We, first of all, I was talking about the Christmas parade and the things that went on during this past Sunday. We had a good crowd, and I really enjoyed what went on there. But during the time that everybody was lined up to visit Santa Claus, the local newspaper guy, he comes up to me and said, "I've got some great news." I said, "What is that?" He said, "Our unemployment rate has went down even more. So we're in the 5% range for our unemployment. We're in the actual top 10 for the unemployment rate in the state of Tennessee. And we're actually tied with about 3 or 4 different counties, so you might could even put us up over number 5 or number 6. 5% unemployment rate during this time is just a great thing to have in here in Smith County. And I just want to give, honestly, I thank the Lord for that, and for the time that, that very fact that we're able to be blessed with having that, people having a job. Especially during Christmas time, a lot of people get stressed out over money. It's a lot easier to buy things when you have a job than it is without a job, for sure. And that's something else I want to bring up. It's very important to shop at home during Christmas time, because we've been trying to drive that point home for several years now. Shopping at home, it helps our taxes. It helps the fact that it goes to teacher salaries. It goes to help with schools. It helps with the county government. It helps with a lot of things. But to kind of give you an idea, this year, from January through now, we're probably ahead on our sales tax, probably in the neighborhood of $100,000 than we were last year, and we were good last year. So that tells me that people are spending money in Smith County. So those are all good things. And I want to make sure that we remember the good things. People want to have a tendency to remind me of the bad things sometimes, but Smith County is a great place to live. It's a great place to shop. It's just a great place to work. And I know everybody doesn't have a job here in Smith County. A lot of people have to drive to Nashville and places that they have to get employment. But I'm thankful that the jobs that we do have. Also, just to kind of touch on a few things, we've, in our last county commission meeting, we voted to apply for a few grants. And Mr. Slack was talking about the ambulance service, and I want to talk about volunteer firemen for just a moment. We have a lot of volunteer firemen in Smith County, and if you're listening today, I want to personally thank you for what you do. You put your life on the line every time a fire call goes out, and it may be somebody trapped in a house. It may be trying to fight a structure fire, and something may happen. And we've been very fortunate. We have had some deaths here, but we've been very fortunate in that. So we appreciate those firemen. And for those of the public, if you think they get paid a lot, they're volunteering. They do get paid per call, but it's not very much. It probably covers their gas. So we appreciate what they do. But the reason I bring up the volunteer firemen, we're applying for a grant that'll buy new, what they call self-contained breathing apparatuses, SCBAs. The amount of purchasing them probably be $300,000 or $400,000, and there's a 5% match on that, which is going to run somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000. So we'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll get the grant. We're going to apply for some parks grants, try to improve our park system, make a better place for people to go and enjoy the outdoors. Also, we're looking at applying, Mr. Slack applied for some cardiac monitor grants, and I want to commend our ambulance service for what they do. And they, as Bill was talking about, they took care of him when he was not doing well. And I just remember times that they took care of people, and I don't know that the county understands the importance of an ambulance service. We were able to hold down, especially a county-owned ambulance service, they were able to hold down the cost, and also they're a good trained force that's out there to help you when you get in need, such as a car wreck or any kind of other thing that goes on. So we just want to thank the people that work for Smith County. We appreciate all the employees, and during this time of year, during Christmas time, I just want to make sure everybody keeps their eyes focused on the real meaning of Christmas, and that's the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And we're thankful that I know that, and hope that we share that message with you. And told somebody the other day, I wish that Christmas was more like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a great time of year. Don't have to worry about buying gifts. Don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle, and get to enjoy your family and eat a lot. And so really looking forward to Christmas time this year and spending time with our families. Hope you have a good Christmas, and just remember, in Smith County, it's a great place to live, great place to shop, and a great place to work. And I appreciate being the county mayor here. Thank you.
Boy, one of the greatest things I believe that we had, Janie, this during this Christmas celebration was the gingerbread house contest. And if you would, I'd like you to just kind of go down through the winners here and explain them to me, because I am not a cook, I am not a baker. I'm going to need a little instruction on this, because I don't understand how they could make these beautiful houses out of gingerbread.
It is truly a work of art.
I agree.
I mean, honestly, particularly the adult entries, they actually baked the gingerbread. They did not use kits. And so this is actually their creations that they actually baked and made the individual things. So let's look at some of these. I want to share with you our first place winner, and that was Mrs. Dorothy Kovalik. Miss Dorothy did the Carthage General Store. Now, right underneath here, you could actually see it. If you come up to the courthouse, be sure that you look at this entry. It actually says Carthage General Store, and she has used a variety of things, such as I'm trying to remember, a candy stick, a candy cane that she actually heated and made into little trees. It's just a beautiful, beautiful work of art. Miss Dorothy won first place. Now, interestingly, she won second place last year. This year, she won first. So let's look at the second place entry, which is Miss Jane DeLong. Miss Jane has a beautiful barn, and you've just got to come up here and to the courthouse and see this to appreciate it. It even has a quilt square on the side, which goes along with our Smith County Quilt Trail, and she has a pond made of blue Jell-O. Very creative lady. She won first place last year. This year she won second place. And we're just proud to death of our two ladies who won there. Now, that's the adult category. Let's move on to the children's category. And we're going to walk right down here. And first of all, I want to point out our second place winner in the child category, and this is children age 11 and under. Now, Miss Olivia Crockett was our second place winner. She's 11 years old. And what's really interesting is her entry is entitled The Pink Cottage of Hope for Breast Cancer Awareness. Now, what makes this so cute, and I hope the camera you can see this through the camera, but she actually has these little marshmallow snow women with these little bathing suit tops on to represent breast cancer awareness. So this is her little Pink Cottage of Hope. I just love it. She won second place. And then receiving the first place entry is Miss Kaylee Keene. Kaylee is a 6-year-old, and she completely thought this up herself. This was her design, and she has all kinds of cute little things on her. I think some of the things may have fallen off. We've moved this so much, but we're just really tickled to have young people do this type of thing. Now, I want to say that this year, the FCS program at the UT Extension Office and the FCE clubs did sponsor this event. Each winner received $75, and second place received $50 awards. And I want to thank our FCE members who came out to help and watch the exhibit and help usher the children through after they saw Santa. We just had a great time. Thank you to our FCE members who are such great volunteers. Bill, don't you just love these houses? I mean, they're just great, aren't they?
It's very impressive, and especially the young folks here
Yes.
thinking up these themes and then doing it like they did. I'm very impressed with that.
I am too, and I really want to encourage you next year. Now, I don't think we're going to have kits allowed next year.
Okay, well, that
But-
makes sense. That'll keep me out of it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I really want to encourage you to start thinking. We had a mother that was with her two girls, and she said, we've already started thinking of ideas for next year. And we've never entered before, but we want to enter. If these children can do such a great job, I know that my children can do that. And so be thinking about that. We've got 3 categories. We may have more next year. We change the rules from time to time, from year to year. But this year we had a children's category, 11 and under, a youth category, 12 to 18, or 12 to 17, and then the adult category was 18 and over. And so I encourage you to start thinking now about how you want to do your gingerbread house. And by the way, we had a barn, we had a general store, we had a Pink House of Hope, so they don't have to be traditional gingerbread houses, Bill.
Okay, so you can do any theme you want.
Yeah, they can be any theme, just like Olivia did the Pink House of Hope. representing breast cancer awareness, and we had the barn, which well represented our farmland, and we had our general store to get people to shop here in Smith County. So
Right.
we had some great ideas. Use your imagination, and be sure and check with the Chamber of Commerce next year,
Right.
probably in October, November, to see what the rules are going to be.
Yeah, and we'll have entry forms, and we'll be setting all that up early so people can get
Right.
in.
So be sure and enter next year.
Well, I guess that kind of closes out. We need to recap what we've done, and we hope you've enjoyed what we went over and the presentations. I wanted to go back over the phone number. Mr. Ricky Slack came, and if you want to sign up for the storm alerts, you can call 735-0800, and they'll give you the website, or actually, we'll try to get that on the chamber website, too. It was a pretty long website address.
It was very long, and that is to register your cell phone. They already have the landlines.
Right.
But, you know, many people don't use landlines as much as they used to.
There's a
so-
lot of folks signing up for cell service now and don't have a home phone. So if you have a home phone in your house, you're already on this. You don't have to worry about it. But if you want to get storm alerts here locally on your cell phone, then call 735-0800, and they'll give you the information on that. And so
Hey,
I guess
Bill,
we had
I'm
some
sorry,
other things.
I gotta ask you something.
Okay.
Magic must really be here, because you have just, I noticed you've got a different tie on again.
Oh,
These ties are suddenly appearing.
I didn't
and
even
they're
change
all
it. I don't-
different.
It must be Santa.
It must be. And oh my, and you have a Santa hat on too, so I'm getting excited about Christmas.
Yeah, I actually got a compliment during the open house on my outfit, and
Oh.
and that brings to mind Granville.
Granville, yes it does.
There is a lot
Granville's-
of things going on in Granville, I know some of it, and I know you know some of it. I think the Sutton Homestead is going to be open, and you had said they were doing the Victorian Christmas, and
Yes, they have decorated. I went over there a couple of weeks ago, and they had already got the Sutton Homestead decorated. They have a beautiful large dollhouse with all of the Victorian singer dolls out front in one of the bedrooms. They've got it decorated for Christmas. It's just beautiful. I encourage you to take a few moments. It's not that far. You know, it's 9 miles. Is that right? Or 11? Something
11
like that.
miles, something like that.
I
yeah.
mean, it's not very far, and it would be a beautiful drive. I encourage you to go down there. They're also having the Mayberry Blue Christmas. Now, I don't know. That's a play that they do every year, and our very own Stan Webster plays Andy.
Oh man, I
in
bet
Mayberry,
he's a good Andy. I bet.
And let's see, Randall Clemens plays Otis, the drunk.
All right. Amazing. Amazing.
I hear he is.
Yeah, actually, I have heard that they are quite good, and that Mr. Clemens is quite good.
Yes, and I really wanted to get in on that, but I think they were already filled up the day that I wanted to come. But I know they had added some dates, so if you are listening today and you really want to get in on that, you might call down there at the Sutton General Store and just check and see. And I don't have their number with me, but you can go online and just type in Sutton General Store, Granville, Tennessee, and it'll come right up.
And we also list the events on our annual events page,
Right.
and you can go and find their website there at www.smithcountychamber.org.
They can also go www.granvilletn.com, and that's their website there. So either way, you can call, and I think that you call the Sutton General Store, and that's where you get all of your reservations, if I'm not mistaken. But if you go to the website, you could probably sign up online. I don't know, but
Those folks are set up for a Victorian Christmas, and they're all this month, as far as I know.
yes, and it's beautiful down there. It's
Yeah.
just beautiful. Let's see. We've also got some stuff coming up in January that I wanted to tell the folks about.
Okay.
You know, I just love teaching the fitness classes. I've been teaching for 2 years now. They're called Functional Fitness, and it's for anyone. We've had everything from a 27-year-old up to a 92-year-old attend these classes. You go at your own pace, and you lift the weight size that you can lift, or you don't have to lift any weights at all. But we just have a ball. We have great music. We have lots of fun. We'll be offering this course starting in January. And I'm telling this now We're going to talk about it more at our next taping in January. But I'm telling folks this now so you can go ahead and get on the list because we can only take about 25 people per class. And we have a beginner's class starting at 1 o'clock the last week in January. And right after that at 2 o'clock, twice a week, we'll have an advanced class for those folks who have been in this class for a while. We've got some ladies that have been coming so long that they can do a 3-minute plank.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could do that.
I can't. I can do a little over 2 minutes, but 3 minutes is pretty amazing. And yes, and this lady's in her 60s, and she's amazing. So, but we do a little cardio, a little flexibility, and we also do some warm-up, cool down, and we do some strength training. And we provide the weights. We do provide 2-pound weights, and if they want to do their own weights, they can. You can bring your own weights, that's fine. For people that like to do a really good stomach workout, we do that after the classes are over. It's called Ab Lab, and that is an optional activity. The cost of this class is $30, and it lasts for about 8 weeks, but normally I go all the way through May. We start the end of January, meets twice a week. I'll have a schedule ready in January, but if you would like to register for the functional fitness classes, you can call the extension office at 735-2900 and we will put you on the list. But you better register quickly. Last spring or last winter, we had 43 people registered.
Well, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
That's very good.
And we've had some phenomenal results. I mean, I could go on and on, but we've had some great results, and I'm telling you, it works. If you want to start getting in shape and feeling better, not only about yourself, but feeling better physically, you need to come to these classes. So register for functional fitness at the UT Extension Office, 735-2900.
I had a couple of things that I wanted to mention. First off, I've been at the Chamber since June, and one of the things that I wanted to do and wanted you folks, if you see Nancy Richardson or Connie East, these two ladies work down at the Chamber.
Wonderful.
And they are just absolute jewels, and they do a wonderful job, and they help us. The Chamber of Commerce's job is to try and engender and make growth in the county with businesses, and we'll try to promote Smith County and help us with all of the things that we do here in the county to try and make this a better place to work, to live, and to play. And we do all three of those things, and a lot of times we leave Smith County to do that, but there's a lot of things to do here in Smith County. But I wanted to thank Nancy Richardson and Connie East for the job that they do, because they truly do a wonderful job.
Yes, they do.
I also heard that you had some good news down at the Extension office.
We do. On December 1st, the day of the Hometown Christmas event,
Yeah.
My coworker, Trent Jones, he and his wife had their second child. Little Mac was born on Sunday morning, December 1st. He's doing well, and mom and baby are, as of today, when we do this taping, they're coming home this afternoon, and we just want to say congratulations.
Congratulations,
to
Trent.
Stephanie and Trent, and also their daughter, for a new, beautiful baby boy, healthy.
And that segues into something that I wanted to talk about. Trent just finished the adult leadership class. And adult leadership is a program that we do here in Smith County. And what that class does is it takes you once a month to different places in the county in various segments of the economy and in industry, and shows you what's going on right here in Smith County. And it's a wonderful program, and we have a class size of 12. And we have people that are already signing up. If you want to be in adult leadership, if you want to learn about Smith County and what's going on here, then I would urge you to come by the Chamber and pick up an application and fill that out and get it back into us, because it's a program that is very good, and it starts the first of the year. The Leadership Committee met just this morning, and we're getting set to do that. They do a 2-day retreat. You can get more details about that down at the Chamber, but it's a lot of fun. It's very informative. You learn a lot about yourself and a lot about Smith County. The last class, if you didn't get a chance, if you go through South Carthage and you go by the City Hall there, you'll see a bench dedicated to Dr. Donaldson, the veterinarian that was here for many, many, many years. I know he was the vet that I went to, and there's a bench dedicated to him there. So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I just
So
wanted
you
to
went to a
mention that.
veterinarian, right? I mean,
No, my
Who did you
dog,
take
my
your
dog,
dogs
my
to?
dog, my dog. Yeah,
all right.
yeah, my
yes,
dog.
I took some pets to him too, and we miss him, and we're so glad. By the way,
Although my wife sometimes thinks I need to be going to the vet. But
now
anyway.
you and I were both in not at the same time, but your leadership group did the Rails to Trails program.
That's right, the Rails to Trails program that is in South Carthage. It starts at the gazebo there and goes all the way to the highway. And that was our project, and we did that 2006, 2007. And that was a wonderful project. Now, and I will say, we didn't have to raise the money. We worked for grants, and we raised very little of the money here locally. Most of it was paid with federal and state dollars.
That's
And
great.
some people will say, well, why did you do that? Well, it would have went to Brentwood or Nashville or Chattanooga
That's
or somewhere
right.
else. Well, I think we guys here in Smith County deserve some of this stuff too.
Well, now, my 2009 class, we did the welcome signs at the interstate, the two welcome signs
yeah,
as you get
those are
off
nice.
at the interstate there, and exit ramps. And we did raise the money, but I tell you what, that was more fun, and I really enjoyed it. And I want to encourage you. I think you get sponsored by your employer, and it's once a month.
Yeah, a lot of the employers sponsor somebody. You can go through it individually if you would like. One of the projects I think that a lot of people don't realize is Kids Central.
Yes,
The
that was a
park down
huge
there.
project.
That was a huge adult leadership project. And so it's a wonderful program here in the county, and it's helping us to build Smith County.
Well, Bill, I have had a wonderful time today, and I'm so excited about Christmas. So, by the way, you have done a fabulous job this year.
Thank you.
Coming in, I know you said in our first program that Denise was a hard act to follow,
Very
but you
hard.
have done a wonderful, phenomenal job, and we want to commend you. And I just really enjoy this program and working with you on it and allowing Extension to be exposed to the general public like this too. So thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for being a part of it because you definitely helped me with this. And Miss Denise, she did a wonderful job, and as a matter of fact, I had a conversation with her just today on the phone. She's a wonderful friend, and we appreciate what she did to
Yes, we
lead
do.
up to this. But thank you for being here, Janie. You do a wonderful job with the Extension Service, and I especially love the programs that you have because I believe you're making a difference in people's lives.
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's right. Merry Christmas, and we hope that it's just the best Christmas ever.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.